My name is Colin Hill, and as I said, I've been up at Brady Lake for 22 years and just absolutely loving it.
My name's Kira, and I purchased the Hex dock for my parents' 25th anniversary with my sister Bronwyn.
And I'm Elaine Hill, and I've been up here at Brady Lake with our family for 22 years.
We bought the cottage in 1997, where we rented for many years, wanted to buy our own cottage and started looking. We were lucky enough to find this wonderful cottage on Brady Lake. And as I said, we've now been here 22 years and absolutely loved every moment of it. I think we try to get up here. We probably get up here most weekends. This is our sort of central meeting place where often we'll come here and spend time, good family time together.
Before we had CanadaDocks, the children were younger. So there was a lot of swimming and a lot of fishing and a lot of frog catching. So lots of adventures. Colin was very handy, so he constructed our first dock. And life was centered around the beach and the dock as the kids were younger. But we really needed more space and we needed more accessibility to the water as we got a boat and the family grew and friends came up more and more. So it was enjoyable, but we were looking forward to more of a dock system where we could spend more time down at the beach and actually on the water.
I originally built a wood dock, and initially I had it. It was just 2 sections of 4x8 made out of pressure treated wood, and initially I had it on legs. But we used to find that the water level used to go up and down so much, so I was always cranking the dock up and down, and being solid wood, and it was 2x6 construction, it was very, very heavy to move around. And I was always either moving the dock out, pulling it in, going up and down on the legs. And then I went to a floating dock. But it was always very heavy. Usually it was just me trying to drag this thing in and out or set it up in the spring, take it down in the fall. So it got to a point that, that dock had been in there for a number of years, it started to show its age. So we're trying to look at different options, that would be easier. And I said, as I get older, I don't want to be slugging these big heavy pieces of wood dock. And, as I said, they're prone to splintering, prone to a little bit of rot. So it was time to look at a different alternative dock system for us. At the cottage show, we looked at a lot of different systems. Then we came across the CanadaDocks display, and we thought it was very unique looking. We liked the versatility of it. We liked the different shapes, the different equipment, the ability to have either on legs or float. So we started looking into that as a system, and we were quite enamored in terms of the versatility and the add-ons. And so we were thinking about it. And I said, well, it's probably worth the investment because, it was a little bit more expensive than me to rebuild it, but I think it had something that we had, longevity to it. And of course, being made of aluminum was a bit lighter. And we also loved, the through flow, top decking because, the water would go through, it kept the air, it kept it from rotting. But it was actually just a nice, cool dock to sit on as well.
I also got to see CanadaDocks at the cottage show and really was impressed with the systems and how it was all aluminum, and loved all of the different configurations that you wouldn't see elsewhere, specifically the Hex. And it was during the time that my parents were looking to celebrate their 25th anniversary, and my family likes to have fun parties, so we're thinking how fun would it be to create a vow renewal ceremony on the dock. But what really had me look at the Hex was just the amount of people that you could fit on the dock. So I really wanted to get them something that would last a long time. I know we had some problems with the old docks and wanted to solution something as they got older, and my sister and I started to take over more that would really last and be durable. So that's where the Hex really was to center around their anniversary celebration, but also our family as we got bigger too.
You know what, we were thrilled. I mean, it is a different and unique gift, definitely, but we were absolutely delighted because the meaning behind it was very deep-rooted, coming from Kira and Bronwyn, and my mom had a hand in it, so it was very sentimental and very, very meaningful. And we've had many great years with this dock system. We're really impressed with CanadaDocks. And any questions or any concerns or any additional things that we've wanted to purchase, every time we've phoned, CanadaDocks has been really helpful in making suggestions and following up. So we're thrilled with it. It looks as good as new 6 years later. We're just amazed at it. And it's great for the dog. She feels comfortable getting up and down off it, even though she's getting older herself. There's a lot of air coming through. It's just a great product for family and pets, it really is. But we're totally thrilled with how it's standing up to the test of time.
I think most people just come back, they think it's a unique looking system. They're used to the standard wooden dock. So when you see our dock system, especially with the hex, it sort of catches your eyes, and it's nice clean lines on it. And I think just, with the side pieces with a triangular configuration, it makes it look very unique. So I think people are just always impressed. And often when we have people come here the first time, they go, "Oh my goodness, we love your dock, it's beautiful." And of course that's where people hang out on the dock, lie out and sun themselves. Or our favorite thing is having our two Adirondack chairs and having our wine or coffee there. And often we'll find other people kind of pick up and they'll grab their coffee and go out there in the morning and see the mist come up, or we'll sometimes see the sunset go down and have our last glass of wine out there. So it's just become a kind of a morning to evening center point for the cottage. And of course everything goes around water. But the quality time, what makes it different is being on the water. And the water is very pacifying, and it's where we always gravitate to the water. All our activities gravitate toward the water. And even on days, when it's not that great of weather, we like to look out onto the water. But the most important thing is the summer, to get out on the dock, to swim, and just enjoy the waterfront. And of course, that all revolves around having a nice dock system, that we're proud of. It looks nice, and it meets all our needs. And as I said, we've had parties on there. We've had 6 to 8 people out there on the hex, and we'll pull out the chairs and we'll sit around. Some are lying, some have their feet dipping in the water. But we just have a good time with our friends and family. And of course, the centerpiece is our CanadaDock.